All right, Poop, I know we're done. I know we've been done. But I forgot to do the intro, so get back on your A game. Get back on your A game.
Fuck.
Yeah, put that hair back. Hey, it's Forehead Fables episode 32 or something, 33, I don't know. This is the podcast patron only episode with my guest Poob.
Hey.
I'm
Poob.
Shut the fuck up. We'll save all this for the actual episode.
Dude, I think even like a baby chimpanzee could probably take you on.
Dude, was your roommate high as shit? Because that's about the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard of.
That kid's like part animal or something. He was born in a world without sunshine.
Dude, I got like an upside down mohawk between my legs because of my asshole and my balls.
I'm not getting enough donations.
Why?
Hey, somebody shut that retard up.
All right, so Poob's opinion on titty streamers. Why?
You can block it. No, you just see me try and do a kickflip.
Jesus fucking Christ. That was an ordeal.
Yeah, that was a lot, but if it's working, it's working.
It's sort of working, dude. I don't fucking know anymore. Okay, so there is, let me tell you something. There's a possibility that all the stuff that we just recorded might not be usable.
Oh my god, why?
Slight issues with the laptop. Which is why I'm on the fucking casting couch.
That was podcast gold. I had that whole monkey question.
Yeah, the monkey question. Okay. I don't want to rehash all that we had.
Yeah.
Because that, like, Aqua was like, you're not going to... We had a similar thing happen to him. I need to get a new fucking laptop. I need to get a new computer for the podcast. But he was like, you're not going to make me redo the whole thing. I was like, no, that's not genuine. But that was a very interesting question. All right, so the question was... I am going to rehash a little bit of it.
Okay.
His question was like, who do you think would win in a fight? Or do you think you could take on a chimpanzee with a metal bat? And then like, I was thinking about that lady that got her fucking fingers and eyes ripped out by a chimpanzee. And I said, no, I don't think I could take on a chimpanzee with a bat. Those things are ripped. They're shredded. They're fucking huge. Yeah.
You're talking about how they use like, guerrilla warfare in the woods.
They don't use guerrilla warfare. They're chimpanzees, dude. They use chimpanzee warfare. It's a complete different thing.
So you kill all the little kids in the fucking...
Yeah.
With the tribes.
No, not in a million years. And you said like your fucking roommates and stuff, they think they could take on a chimpanzee.
Yeah, I'm totally on your side.
Yeah, no.
That thing would fucking destroy me.
Yeah.
I'd kill myself with the bat before it got near me. I wouldn't want to get my eyes ripped out and raped and shit like this.
It would take your fucking... without it, with its hands behind its back, it would just break your arm with its feet hands. No. You know what? You know why humans are so frail?
Why?
Because we don't need to be strong like chimpanzees. We just need to be. We just need to be crazy. That's it. And we need to be able to communicate. Chimpanzees are like, hey, I would like to tell you that there's a guy behind you about to beat you with a metal bat, but we don't have that luxury because we're chimpanzees. Instead, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna lay in the cut because I know you have superhuman strength and your fucking feet are like hands. It doesn't matter. The guy can wail on you with a bat all day. It won't kill you. But the second a chimpanzee learns to go like, hey, there's a guy behind you with a bat, they're not going to need to be strong anymore, so they won't be,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It's like I've ever seen this thing. I don't know if it's from like some podcast or what. My roommate was just trying to talk to me about it. Like, what if we just ran everywhere from like the beginning of time? Like we never just like walked places. Like we had just always like ran. Like we would just be so much better shape and like faster and stuff.
Duh.
It would be awesome. I love running places. I hate how slow these fuckers are.
Dude, was your roommate high as shit? Because that's about the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard of. What if we... Hey, wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question. What if we lifted weights a lot? from the time that we were 18 until adults. Like, we would be so muscular.
It is a dumb question.
It's like the dumbest shit I've ever heard of.
Our legs would be so thick.
Yeah. Dude, that's...
Okay, whatever.
That sucks because, like, I'm a heavier guy, right? And I have, like, these little skinny legs. These things are, like, I would throw them up for you, but I have horrible, crippling sciatica pain right now.
Oh, God.
I got, like, old man pain. And sitting on this couch is agony.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I'm about to cry.
Dude, I think even like a baby chimpanzee could probably take you on with those fucking broken ass legs.
Yeah. My little crippled legs. Dude, you want to see some cool shit? Hold on a second. Hold on. Check this out. Check this out. Look at this purchase, dude. Look at that.
Whoa.
I got that bitch.
Is that alcohol at the bottom?
Yeah, but more importantly, really fucking ice cold 37 degree Diet Cokes. Coke Zeros. You know how I am.
God. Anything ice cold sounds so good right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but like Poob is as close as he can get to naked because he's fucking his AC's broken in his place.
These fans suck too, and they're too loud.
Yeah. Okay, so I had a bunch of stuff written, right?
A bunch, dude.
Like novels.
3 bullet points.
I had novels worth of shit written, and then it turns out that, like, my laptop fucked up, so now I can't like re-go over that stuff, and so we're really winging it at this point.
Pop culture.
Yeah.
It's big these days.
Yeah.
You've seen Uncut Gems?
I have not, but I've seen that movie has a resurgence right now. Like, everybody's talking about it.
It's on Netflix. I just watched it last night.
Oh, what the fucker, dog? It is? Oh, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah, they just put it on. It's pretty good. That's all I've got to say about it.
Yeah, don't spoil it because I wanted to see that movie. But apparently, it's about Adam Sandler. He's like a Jewel guy. He's a Jewish guy, right? Mm-hmm. Perpetuating that stereotype. I don't really appreciate that. Thanks, Adam. But yeah, I've been wanting to see that. There was Oscar buzz about it. They were talking about he was going to get an Oscar. I said, that's not going to happen. I wrote letters. I wrote letters upon letters to the Academy. I said, if you give fucking Adam Sandler an Oscar, I'm going to burn that place to the ground.
I think he should have. I think he should have had an Oscar for Lil Nicky.
Yeah, Lil Nicky was the best. I don't care how good fucking Uncut Gems is. That could be the best movie of 2019. The fact that he made Little Nicky and all those other shithole movies, he does not deserve an Oscar in my eyes.
Yeah. I actually went into it knowing like surprisingly little, so if you do, I think it's going to be a better experience. Like I never had anything spoiled for me.
Yeah.
There's some twists. Yeah.
Oh, there's some. Oh shit! I didn't realize it was like twists and turns and stuff. I should do this. Like I saw a podcast with Bill Burr and Bert Kreischer where they just sat there and ate meatball subs on a podcast. Like,
damn, I'm starving. That sounds good.
I should go get some food. This thing's fucked up already. It's a patron-only podcast. These people are fucking pissed off at me because it's the end of the month. I haven't posted a single fucking podcast.
And they get some guy they've never heard of in a fucking broken-ass podcast.
Yeah. He's got a fucking shit mic. The whole setup's gone. I don't care anymore, man.
We already talked about the rats and the fucking monkeys. I'm running on fumes here. I'm running on creative fumes.
Hey, dude, listen here. I got him on here. I lured him on here with the prospect of earning $200. So I better get $200 worth of Poob's miracle conversation pieces.
It's 16 gigabytes of RAM on my PC right there. Wait, do you still have that slide whistle? We could do a little duet or something.
No, my automatone's out of batteries. I do have a recorder, but my daughter's asleep. I didn't want to fucking start playing melodious tunes. That's how I wake her up every day. So yeah.
So I wake up the whole neighborhood. I just fucking open up my window, go to town. Hey, somebody shut that retard up. I'm just like,
Is that where you got the javelin from? Someone throw it at you?
yeah.
Dude, what the fuck was that? You have open heart surgery? What the hell was that? You had like a...
This?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of chocolate. It's a birthmark.
Doo-doo stain right between your titties?
So that javelin fucking nailed me right in the heart. Oh!
My sternum stopped it. Yeah. I can tell this one's gonna be a fucking Oscar winner right here. This podcast is gonna make it.
This is gonna get you on Spotify or something. It's gonna get you a deal.
Oh, dude, did you see fucking Ro Jogan? Like, he signed his Spotify thing, where his podcast is going to be on Spotify. He got fucking $10 trillion for that, I'm sure.
Yeah. I saw something right after, too. Like, actually, the valuation should have been like 300 million compared to, like, I think he got 100 million or something.
What? 100 million?
Yeah.
Holy dog shit.
Yeah, I would. That's a lot of money. I'd be good with that. He's got like 4 employees too. Like, I feel like it's not like, how many ways is that being split?
Yeah,
he's getting a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, there's very little overhead on that, and shit, dude. You know what? Every YouTuber, they all complain about money because, well, everybody likes complaining, right? Mm-hmm. But starting this podcast is really like that. It's like the ultimate in like financial security because I'm not relying on YouTube's ad market, right? And it does feel nice, but there's very little. Name one other business where you can just grab a microphone and just start talking. Like, you don't even have to do a video podcast. You could do just like a regular, just a mic. Name one other business where you can just talk and make that kind of fucking money and not. He doesn't have to pay for anything. He doesn't have to have a warehouse. He has a warehouse he pays like a thing on, but I'm sure he could do that out of his basement. He bought the mics and paid for them fucking 12 years ago, I'm sure. He has a TriCaster, which is like, what, $4,000? He doesn't even have to have that. He just has it because then Jamie has something to play with. And, you know, like, his is like above and beyond, but still not that much money into it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it really is like crazy freedom that you get with it, and like like
even a fucking lemonade stand has more overhead than a fucking podcast. You gotta buy the lemons and the sugar. Sugar.
You gotta make a stand with your hands.
You gotta hire a small 4-year-old girl to fucking sell it. That costs a lot, right?
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I tried to do. My roommate and I, when we were little kids, we tried to do like a lemonade stand variant. That was the dumbest shit we ever did. We were trying to sell buttered fries, and we called them butter fries, like butterfly. And we like went down to the end of his road, and we were trying to sell them. Like, we probably looked like no one wants to buy fucking French fries from little kids, like
with butter.
So gross. Yeah, they're just like, we just buttered them with one of those fucking like little finger things, like a baster or whatever.
Yeah. Butter fries? Do they taste good or?
They were good, but probably because we were like dumbass little kids. Like, I don't know if that's an actual thing. Like,
no,
I don't know why his mom let us do that. Like, why she made us think that was a good idea.
Yeah,
we made no money.
You know, I remember there's a kid down the road from me, Chris, and he like we were far enough that like. We went and walked to each other's houses. We'd have like his mom. Well, we're fat fucking American kids, so we had like the moms would drive us to and fro. And one time, not Steve. Why did I fucking say Steve? His mom, Chris's mom, dropped him off at our house with a fucking shovel, like a full on big shovel. And my mom's like watching him march up to the front door, and he just walks in our house with a shovel. And he goes, "Yeah, I'm here. Let's do it." And like. My mom's like, what the fuck? And then, like, me and him went out in the back. I got a shovel, and we just started digging, like, this massive fucking thing. And we dug this giant hole, and then we got tired, and we stopped. But my mom, like, called Chris's mom, and she goes, you know, How would you feel if I just sent Sam over to your house with a big shovel to dig up your backyard? You fucking psycho. What happened was I'd gone to my other friend Gavin's house, and he had he lived on this like red clay hill, and it was like really dry, and he had taken like an archaeologist, he had like scraped out a tunnel under, like, in his backyard. He dug down and then dug sideways, and he dug like little shelves, like almost like the
oh my god,
the catacombs of Paris. Like, he dug like little shelf like holes, and he would put stuff on them, and so you could go down into it and like crawl down in this little thing. And I thought that was so cool, but I didn't live in like a red clay hill. Mine was just dirt and sand, so we just dug down and made like this pit, and then we stood in it for a minute and went, all right, this is fucking lame. And we stopped.
That kid's like part animal or something. He was born in a world without sunshine. Dude, like, why is he living in little catacombs in his yard?
You know what's great about that is he did it for a long time. They kept doing it, and I don't think his parents knew about it because his dad was mowing the grass with a rotting lawnmower and ran over it, and it collapsed.
Oh my god!
And his rotting lawnmower fell down into this fucking pit, and he's like, what the fuck? And he went under there, and he realized that, like, because they made the entrance like off in the corner, and like this fucking cave system they had built. God, that place was fucking cool.
Dude, that'd be horrifying if it collapsed on you. Like,
yeah.
Oh no, there's no way there's like proper support there.
No.
Like,
yeah, he's not like a fucking architect. He was just digging, dude. He thought that shit was sturdy. Yeah.
Did you ever find any treasure or anything?
No, no. No, I remember, that's weird. Now that I brought that up, like thinking about that, he's, you ever have like friends in elementary school and then you move on to middle school and you go into like different friend groups,
Yeah.
That's what that was. Cause I
he went
off
be with the little dirt kids to fucking crawl around.
He found, there was a teenager archaeological society that he joined.
A family of rats that he fucking.
Hold on a second. I might have to go outside and fucking break a little kid's arm.
That's easy, too.
Yeah. Do it like a chimpanzee. I'll do it with my feet.
You're like the fucking soda rat. Just fucking.
No, okay, so there's these like kids next door. It's in the middle of quarantine right now. Kids are fucking bored. They are so bored. And they're like looking for anything to do. So now they've formed like these 1950s like biker gangs on bicycles, and they just roam the neighborhood, and they've started like at first they did this stupid thing where like I have the Ring doorbell, right? And I get I get the notification on I have the Echo Show thing on my desk. It's like a little screen, and I get the notification someone's at your door, and it automatically pulls up what's at my front door. And the last thing I see, as soon as the video pops up, is a giant box on my front porch, and I see a hand reach out from the box and close the last flap. I go, okay, so there's probably a kid in that box, And so I open the thing, and they go, surprise! And I go, oh, wow, you got me. And, I had to feign my excitement. And then, now this time, they've evolved. They've gotten meaner. They ding-dong ditched me earlier. They fucking, like, knocked on the door really hard and ran. And, like, Abby, like, had to stop what she was doing at work. Like, she's working from home. She's working, and then she had to stop what she was doing, tell her boss to hold the fuck on. And then she walked over to the door and sees the kids, like, hightailing it down the road. And she's like, those fucking little shits. I've never seen my wife angry like that until I saw it. She got ding-dong ditched, and that was, like, she turned into that crazy old lady in every neighborhood.
I wish your kid was big enough to go out there and kick their ass. It's like, you can't.
Yeah,
like,
I
if
can't.
you can send your kid out there.
Yeah, I'm not a minor, But if
you need to find a way for them to just like bide their time. Like, get them some like porno mags or something, or
I should do. Up. You know what? I was just talking about like me and my friend grew apart.
Mm-hmm.
The kid that was digging tunnels. Maybe I could rekindle that friendship by having him dig a fall pit in my front yard. So the kids come to ring my doorbell, and they fall into this Indiana Jones spike pit.
Bungee sticks and shit on them.
Dude, that would be the way to rekindle a friendship if I've ever seen it.
I thought you were going a different way. I thought you were going to say you're going to help them fall apart faster, like make all those kids stop being friends.
No.
Get in their heads.
No, I'm talking about maiming the kids. Maim
Oh,
them.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking trap them.
Yeah, this is a lot more relaxed podcast experience than I usually have. This is nice. I might keep doing this in the future.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
Lay on your side.
Oh no, I'm knocking shit over. It's fine. I think it'll be all right. The way I have this set up, this cord for my headphones is so tight. It's like a trapeze line because it doesn't quite reach to my setup over there. It's fine. Everything's going all right. Here we go. I'll get that out of the way. Hold on. I did have something. Where's my phone? I had some stuff I was going to talk about.
Bring up some cool topic that we can riff about.
Yeah. I got an email back. Wait, not recognized. Hold on. There's some funky, fresh stuff on my phone. Recognize my fingerprint, please? Thank you. Okay. This company, dude, I signed a contract with them, and they were like, there's always a termination clause, right? Where like if something happens, I can get out of it. They put that there is no termination clause for me. Like there's no way I could get out of it. And so I signed it and I sent it back to him. I was like, look, dude, if I get COVID and die, I can rest assure you that contract will be terminated. I will not have that shit pre-recorded. I'm getting out of that fucking thing.
What's it for? Or can you not say?
It's for it's for Manscaped.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
I feel like I see a decent amount of those.
Yeah.
Or wait, am I thinking the right thing? Like it's just you're gonna like trim your balls or something and send them a video of it?
That's lewd. No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gross. No, I think it's like a personal shaver for like swimmers. You know, people that need to get rid of their bikini line. I think that's what I'm doing. I hope that's what it is. It better not be something gross that has to do with genitals. So I'll be very disappointed.
How hairy is your butt?
Dude.
Yeah, you seem like you'd have a hairy butt.
I got like an upside down mohawk between my legs because of my asshole and my balls.
I'm perfectly spotless down there.
Yeah. No, I
use Manscaped. Use promo code.
Dude, I tried doing a fucking a sponsor for like one of the previous podcasts, and so we did like I did it with Mr. Mimeo, and he kept fucking laughing at the sponsor, and they were like, no, you can't run that. So I had to like pre-shoot another thing, and I'm like, dude, this is for such little money. Like, fuck off, I ain't doing this. Like, well, I did it,
but you were mad about it.
I was mad about it. Yeah, because I thought we did a fair job live. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm seriously considering not doing sponsors in the future.
Oh, really? Are you getting?
It fucks up the feng shui of a podcast. I feel.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You don't want to like have to limit what you say and shit. How big, like, when did you get your first sponsor? Like, at what point? Not just for the podcast, but I just mean like your YouTube in general.
I remember, No Man's Sky.
Mm-hmm.
When that came out, I was like, they were like, hey, we'll give you a free copy of No Man's Sky and like $150 if you make a video on it. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be, as they say, PogChamp, right? So I got the game, and I was totally stoked about just getting the game for free because it was like a $60 game, and it sucked, and then I had to make a video on it. And then I realized that like dedicated videos are the worst. Like a dedicated sponsor where you have to make a video on the thing, like a 10-minute video on just something that's being sponsored. Like nobody wants to see that shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking lame. So
did you have to talk like about it like you liked it too, or was it?
No. They just
do whatever.
No, they wanted me to just like hit some points, and that's it. You know, I'm just making sure all this shit's actually working. Do you see my hobble, dude? I have like this old man, like I can't walk all the way. I have like a hobble going on. Yeah.
Yeah, you're disgusting.
Yeah. It doesn't feel good, man.
You do that goddamn secretary walk or whatever.
I'm the only white guy with a pimp walk, dude. Shut up. Oh shit! Oh, you know what else is cool, dude? This new camera you're talking about. It's got one of those porn remotes, so I can like shoot pornos with it. Yeah, I can zoom in all I want.
Wow! You get right on the hole and shit. Yeah. What porn likes the balls?
Yeah. Oh shit!
Yeah.
All right,
you should shoot a video with your wife with that.
Yeah, I'll make sure to fucking do that. Oh my god, the list of shit to talk about is very small.
I think we already hit most of them, right?
Yeah, I think we kind of hit all these. Oh god. Okay, actually, I do have a story though. I have a short one.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, like, my wife. Okay, when you have a kid, like, all attention that your wife has is turned towards that kid in such a weird, strange way. Like, every little thing. I've never thought I would be, in my life, have so many conversations about somebody else's bowel movements until I had a kid. Like, our dinner conversation literally revolves around, like, sometimes she'll just sit there and be like, it has been 36 hours since our daughter's last bowel movement. We need to feed her less cheese. She needs more green beans. And we need to start mixing in some sort of Miralax into her milk. And I'm sitting there like, bitch, you haven't given a shit about one of my bowel movements in the 5 years we've been married and fucking like 12 years we've been together, 13 years or whatever. And no, goddamn 14 years. So she ended up not shitting for like 2 or 3 days, which apparently is... Abby was like, on the 4th day, she dies. You know, like
she's gonna start coming out her other holes.
Yeah, it's just turned into a shit volcano, and so I'm like, so she makes me go give her a laxative, not laxative, a enema, right?
Oh,
and I'm like, fine, I'll be the bad guy, I'll do the enema. So I fucking go in there, I give her the enema, and my fucking daughter has learned, she knows a bunch of words, but she's learned why all of a sudden, the word why. And parents are always like, oh man, it sucks when they learn the word why, because then they're like, hey, can I watch TV? And you're like, no. And they go, why? And then you go, well, because I don't want you to watch right now and after dinner. And they just go, why? And then you have to explain that. And I'm like, that is not the context that she used why in. I give her the enema. Why? I give her the enema and she turns into fucking Charlton Heston from like a fucking 1960s dramatic role, and she just starts, why? And I'm like, I feel like I'm on the fucking Nuremberg trials, you know? I'm like, I was following orders. I was just following orders. Your mom said you hadn't pooped in 3 days, and she's sitting there like tears running down her face. Why? And I was like, oh, holy shit. It's fucking, like, I had just expected to go in there and give an enema. My mom said my fucking brother loved them growing up. And I figured, you know, maybe my daughter would like them too. I don't know. She did not. That was a fucking horrible experience for her. It was fucking horrible.
Christ. So, yeah, sounds like you and Abby need to spice things up again. Maybe make a movie. Yeah. I'm just gonna, when I have a kid, I'm just gonna give him straight fucking milk. I now know you can raise something on only milk.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh, okay. Right. Wait, I forgot that context doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, don't worry. There was a great story. That. Yeah, there was a great story about milk and rats and stuff. And
it's like a 50-minute epic.
Yeah, it was pretty good. God, if only we could go back to that prior podcast that doesn't exist. I believe
I was
happened with
up.
Aquas. Yeah, he started, dude, I'm telling you, an hour and a half ago, he started off this whole podcasting thing with a fucking blazer on, and he had a nice shirt, and then, like, my fucking laptop broke, and so I turned around and set this up. I come back, he's wearing a fucking Looks like a bum. He's wearing a, what is that?
Yeah,
it's a bathrobe.
It's like the oldest robe ever. It's like my great grandpa's or something. I'm just sweating in it bad.
Dude, I got a my grandpa's robe, right? So like my dad comes from a family of Jewish guys, right? And they used to be like really rich. And then and I think in like the 80s they lost it all. But they were like rich. Like my dad went to like what is called, like a boarding school. He was like upper, you know. So anyways, I got like when my grandmother passed, I got my grandfather's embroidered fucking, what's that thing called? Robe. And it was like a bathrobe. And I'm sitting there looking at this thing, which I would never use after a bath. It was like, it is so beyond. It looks like something fucking Harry Potter would wear, like to school. It's like a cloak, and it's got like piping that's like gold, and it's like a rich blue, and it has like Marvin embroidered on the front, and it's got a hood. Like it has a like the boxing robes that they wear while they're fucking shadow boxing. It's got like a hood and everything, and
that sounds badass.
It's so long. It goes like down to your feet, so it trails down the manor behind you, like on the floor.
Are you sure he wasn't a wizard or something? Like,
I got like the cloak of Merlin from my fucking grandma.
My whole body goes invisible when I put it on.
That shit's insane. And I got this thing.
You still have it?
Dude, it's somewhere in the back of my closet. I think it's hanging up next to my leopard print onesie that I have. Yeah. All right, so Poob's opinion on titty streamers. Do you find that they're bad for the platform?
Oh God. I like them. I think it's awesome.
Dude.
I don't know. Bad for the platform. I guess I see how people are like, oh, they're not putting in the work. They're just hot and they're getting these views. But
yeah, the intense work of playing video games.
It's already not like streamers unless you're like fucking Fobtac or something like.
Yeah.
You're not putting in a lot of effort anyway.
Man, you know, for every one Kubrick, there's 10 Ed Woods, you know? And Fobtac's definitely a Kubrick. He's a genius.
He is a genius. Don't link his stream under this. Not mine. Just a second.
You know, should I link his stream when you think about it? Because I don't, like, at the same time.
No, yeah, sure.
There's like another YouTuber I watch that I fucking love, but I don't want to like acknowledge it because his demographic is so different than my demographic. I don't want to sully and tarnish everything he has with the people that are from my place, you know?
That's very true. I didn't even think about that.
Because my people aren't going to realize that Fobtac is this gentle, pure, you know, almost like a muse levitating above most of us, you know, and they'll ridicule him. And he reminds me of Garth from Wayne's World, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's a lot like him.
He's fucking everything about him, actually. I was like, holy shit, this is like a modern day Garth. I forget that fucking guy's name, but
I don't know. Dude, I think after one of the times I rated him, even like one of your fucking viewers was in there and just was instantly like shitting on him.
Yeah, shitting on him. I was like, dude, this guy's you can't shit on this man. Come on, he seems so gentle, and he refuses to curse. And like I remember someone put something in there that it was totally sexual, but it didn't have any expletives in it. And
it's probably Brian.
It was something about like boning or like slobbing on my knob or something. And like he wrote it and he just goes, what is that? Like he's an innocent guy. He doesn't get stuff like that, I don't think. His mind isn't on that level, you know?
He just like skateboarding and Little Critter.
And fucking Luigi's Mansion and shit.
Yeah. I forget that he streams video games sometimes.
Yeah. No, every time we fucking every time Poop streams, he raids this guy, and every time he raids him, Fobtac's in the middle of streaming Luigi's Mansion, trying to finish his fucking game, and like Poop comes in and goes, "All right, show us Little Critter. What's Little Critter up to?" And so Fobtac has to transition, and he does all these green screen things with Little Critter, and like He's so eager to please, you know. I just don't want to.
I know.
I don't want to sully his image by having people from my fucking place go over there.
Yeah, we need like Aqua to like shout him out or something. We need like nice, pure people to feed into that, because I feel like he deserves success. Like,
yeah, he definitely
he's been
does.
doing that character for a long time.
I don't think it's a character. I think it's just him.
Oh, he's been himself for a long time.
Yeah, and he's got nothing on me. I've been myself for 29 years now. So,
damn,
yeah,
29.
Yeah,
I forgot. Yeah, you're like the same age as my brother. How old's Aqua? Because you guys are calling him old all the goddamn time.
He's like 30. He's only like a year older than me. He's like 31, maybe. Yeah, but he's pretty old. He's gonna die someday. So
yeah, he'll probably die soon.
God, I hope.
With any luck.
Yeah, we're hoping.
I hope Aqua's not one of your Patreons.
He's
or
not. No.
Okay, good. Yeah, that piece of shit. I hope he.
Yeah. God, he sickens me. Did you see he was playing Halo 2? On
yeah.
Twitch? Yeah, he was like, everybody else too, they were all asking me, dude, are you gonna get fucking Halo? They're coming out with like the new Halo thing, the remastered. I was like, no, because I realized that shit sucks. Like, it was awesome then, and I love my memories of it, but everything else is like resting on the shoulders of what that game accomplished. At the time, it was cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, at the time it was innovative, but that's some busted ass shit right now. You don't see me going out and playing fucking Chips Challenge or something like that, or Oregon Trail or something.
It's a remastered Oregon Trail, maybe.
Oregon Trail, but it's compatible with Windows 10.
You can shoot the engines in fucking 3D.
He can watch the smallpox on a molecular level take over. Yeah, no, it's I just knew it was gonna be shit, and he streamed it, and you could just see the frustration on his face. It was like, this is fucking garbage.
Yeah, I was watching that for a bit. He did not look happy at all. After like one match, he was like, "All right, maybe we play Tarkov."
Yeah, maybe we play a game that's actually current in everything it does. Yeah.
It's crazy too how many more viewers he gets on Tarkov. I get it, but like, do you think he's just? I mean, he already kind of is a Tarkov streamer, but do you think he's going to stick with it for like? Yeah,
he's going to have to now that it's wiped. It's going to be massive success.
Oh yeah,
I told that motherfucker. I said, dude, now that Tarkov's bumping, take this opportunity to branch out and do other things and let these fucking animals know that you don't only do Tarkov. And he was like, okay. And then like 12 Tarkov videos later, he's a Tarkov only channel now. And all he did was stream Tarkov. And so now people are like, oh, he's Tarkov guy. That's it. And so all the rest people gave up and left. And I'm like, dude, just why do you have to dig yourself out of one pit and fall right into another?
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to burn out. So, I mean, he probably already is, but he's going to have to do something else at some point, and then he'll probably get shoehorned right into that.
Yeah.
It's crazy that he's like the reason I know like all of you guys. Like, he's like, dude, my creator.
Don't even.
He is. I've got to give him some props.
No, because he's the first person to give himself props on that shit. Every time you bring up he's like, by the way, I'm not sure if you guys remember, but I'm the discoverer of poop. Like he's fucking Columbus or some shit. He's like,
I was naked on the ground.
I was the one. I found him in the dirt and I pulled him up and brushed him off and brought him to you. I was like, what the fuck?
Taught me English.
I found him in a mud puddle, and he was just. I civilized him.
Born in a world without sun.
until his radiance came in and rust. And finally, yeah. What if he pulls that on you one day? If it wasn't for me, you'd be down in the mud.
Like in an aggressive way. I'd be so shocked.
Takes you into a corner and pushes you up there. I brought you into this world. I could fucking take you back out. Yeah, hold you by the fucking neck.
I'm gonna you ever think about leaving me? I'm gonna kill you, bitch.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that'd be pretty hot if Aqua acted all tough on me.
Yeah, I feel like me and him deal with conflict the same way. We just kind of like laugh it off a little bit,
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at just conflicts, serious issues.
Well, I laugh it off and then I start swinging, like.
Wait, that's her. Yeah. I know all my moves from Three Stooges.
I wind up. I catch it with the.
Yeah, you can block it. It's the perfect block.
Ging! That's the katana catching noise. Ging!
Doesn't matter how long their fingers are, too. It somehow blocks it. And Shaquille O'Neal could come at me. Boom, double.
Oh, man. Anyways, so if I could, Aquaman, I feel like... It was gonna be some anecdote about his aggressive behavior. I forget what it was. Oh well. Oh no, I saw him. He was streaming something where he was getting fucking P-Nord off, and I forget what it was.
I saw him get a little P-Nord the other day when someone asked him, or they were like, "Hey, stop adding everyone in Discord," and he was like, "Well, what the fuck? That's what I use Discord for. Like, it's to show you guys." And everyone in the chat was like, "Whoa, Aqua's mad."
Yeah, calm down.
He's kind of like a tyrant in his streams.
He is, yeah. He has all the peasants to court, and they have to pay.
I'm not getting enough donations.
Yeah. And he snaps, hello.
I'm turning off my webcam if I don't get any more donations.
He wiggles his fucking Rolex. Daddy needs another one. He has him lined up down his arm. Daddy needs another Rolex.
Fiance comes in, fucking wipes his ass, and like, gets his sweat off his head.
No, I remember he was what the fuck was he streaming? No, he was telling a story about because I went into his chat while he was fucking speed running Mario 64 and he was and I turned his chat immediately against him, talking about how he abused. Are you wiping yourself down?
Yeah. It's so hot.
About how he abuses homeless people, right? And he was like, no, that doesn't happen. And then he was telling the story about he was going into a deli, and this fucking guy walks up in a newspaper suit. A suit made out of newspaper. And when he said that, I knew he meant like a ghillie suit, but I thought like a 3-piece like Giorgio Armani suit.
Fancy.
He's got
the tie.
He's got the fucking the Sunday Comics as his lapels, add a little bit of color, and he's got a Macy's sale insert and as his fucking what's that
whatever
fucking
those
handkerchief?
Fucking things are called, yeah.
And he walked up to him and goes, "Hey, get me a BLT." And Aqua goes, "All right, man, you got it." And he went in and got him a BLT. And he said it like he was so proud. And then I was thinking about it from the perspective of the homeless guy. That guy was sitting there on the side of the road watching all these thousands of people in New York City passing by and goes, which one of these fucking... I got to find the biggest sap there is out of all these people.
Schmuck.
Which one is the absolute omega male that is just going to let me bulldoze my way into his life and into his wallet? There he is. He spots Aqua.
If you would have tried that shit with me, I'd have been like, here's some breaking news. Fucking.
I just light his pant leg on fire.
Yeah. Just fucking rip it all off him. Piece of shit, you don't deserve this.
Yeah. But unfortunately he isn't us. He's neutered by that New York City lifestyle. He's been drinking the fluoride water. Not us, man.
I thought New Yorkers were supposed to be like mean and
brash and
confrontational. Hate homeless people.
Yeah. Man, that must suck to be a New Yorker homeless person, because then you hate your own kind.
You just be so angry all the time.
I think what's weird is they're so close to each other, and there's so many people, but they're socially so distant. Have you ever ridden on a subway in New York City?
I haven't, but I've heard tales.
Nobody even makes eye contact. There's no talking. Nobody makes eye contact. Nobody even acknowledges each other. And it's fucking wild. In fact, I was there for the honeymoon thing, right?
Oh,
and,
yeah.
While I was there, I think we only got talked to like once, and I was taking a picture of, I think it was like the Chrysler building because the sun was hitting it, and that's like a fucking marvel of architecture. I love that fucking building. And this businessman like walks up and he goes, "Oh, I took that same shot. That's fucking beautiful right here. Just go there. Building goes straight up." And he just walked away. And I was like, that was the only time anybody ever said anything to me. Besides that, people just bulldoze past you. They'll like push you out of the way and not say a word. People there are wild.
That's so different than the Midwest. Like everyone here's got that little hospitality to them. Everyone's like a little chatty.
Yeah. But they're still nice. Down in the South, they have that hospitality, but then behind it is racism boiling
deep, ancient racism.
Yeah. They're
I'm like, just a little tan. They'd probably hate me.
Yeah. They're like, "Hey, how you doing? Come on in and get yourself some sweet tea." And then you come in after you leave, they'll be like, "Man, that boy's he's got a little bit of Italian in him, don't you think?"
Burn the glasses.
Yeah, make sure to get all the grease off the furniture where he was sitting, sweating.
Got a little meatball on the stairs.
Ooh, I can see the olive oil bubbling up on that boy's forehead. I don't know if you're Italian. You look a little bit Italian.
I'm not. I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I am. Just basic white guy.
Basic white guy, yeah.
That tans well.
Yeah, I just get red as my blood pressure gets higher and higher.
Yeah, like an Indian.
Yeah, the higher my blood pressure gets, the more native I get.
Dude, I used to go to Native American church when I was a little kid and go to powwows and shit. It was weird. It was weird.
What's that Native American church? Is that just...
I don't know. I got a fucking spirit animal. I got little drumsticks. I have a box of like memorabilia from it. Huh. I don't know why. It's because like my mom's like barely Native American and they just like the church. Huh. But powwows are fucking weird. Like you just go, there's a bunch of like white people and like some Native Americans and they just play drums and like.
In other words, there's like the few Native Americans that are left. That have immune systems, and then there's like 50 white people that are really upset that happened, and they're trying to be like, "Ooh, that sucks. Maybe we can keep the culture alive."
Everyone's alcoholics.
Yeah, dude. Native Americans, they invented butt chugging. Did you know that?
I had no idea.
That's a beautiful thing they brought into this world, and I think that's what they should be remembered for. Let's change their legacy. Yeah.
Just
when you thought that, like, they made teepees and shit. That's cool, but let's be real. Like, that's not gonna survive a hurricane. So, hard to mount my 60-inch TV on a fucking TV wall. I don't want to remember him for that. Let's remember him for something cool, like shoving, like butt chugging, like when you can't drink anymore. Yeah, scalping. They learned that from Europeans, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they had, like, beautiful hair. Europeans are always balding and shit because they're old white guys. Oh. But Native Americans have beautiful hair, and they're like, hey, maybe I could take that and make a wig.
Put that on I want that hair. Yeah. And a little bit of the skin around it.
Do some Hannibal Lecter shit. Maybe I can make myself cool. And so they were like, well, fuck you, white man. And so they started doing it to us.
What they do with their hair? Nothing?
They just stick it on their, like,
make a house out of it or something.
Their war spears or whatever. They would have, like, the white man hair, Yeah,
I actually got this at a powwow. Native American.
Oh, I've seen that before. That's I think I went to, there's, like, the Seminoles around here, right? Undefeated. I remember, I went to this like festival where they were talking about their rich heritage, and they actually taught us how to, they taught us how to build one of those spears out of a cardboard tube and a K-bar or whatever the fuck that thing is.
Kill the white man with it.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. All right. New topic.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let's see how much time we have on this fucking thing.
Right. Natural segue.
And also, I'm gonna mess with the ISO of this camera, make it a little bit brighter and sensualer.
Fancy.
Yeah. Just fall over.
No, you want to see me try and do a kickflip?
Oh shit! Yeah. Did you do it?
Something I've been working on.
Yeah, that's nice. All right. Okay, so now, wait, my thing's all tied up. All right, so now we're gonna talk about mine and Abby's eventual divorce. All right, you ready?
Okay.
All right.
What we're gonna do about it?
Yeah. All right, so we got some those things called Swiss rolls. You know those?
Oh yeah, the little like chocolate thing.
Yeah, we got some Swiss rolls and we got some Nutter Butters. Okay.
Okay.
Now we bought those in lieu of getting donuts because there was no donuts at the grocery store. And I'm gonna go ahead and address the elephant in the room. It's quarantine. We're stuck together. All we've been doing is eating. Right? So I've like gained all my weight back, and so I'm fucking.
I think you look great.
Oh, thanks. So I've been, she came home with Nutter Butters and Swiss rolls, and then the next morning, she was like, "What the?" Actually, it was that night. It was the next night. She went to go get a Swiss roll, and she realized I'd eaten like 3 of them out of the box. And they come in packs of 2, so that's 6 Swiss rolls. And then I had eaten, I think I ate like 2 or 3 Nutter Butters on the same night, so it's like 6.
God.
And she was like, she fucking screamed at me in front of all my friends. You know, I'm trying to look like a macho cool guy, and she fucking embarrasses me in front of the boys, screaming at me. And here's the worst part. She took all the Swiss rolls and the Nutter Butters out of the box, and she fucking hid them somewhere in the house.
Oh, what the fuck?
And so I'm like, last night we put the kid to sleep, who apparently like wakes up like fucking Nosferatu at the second a pin is dropped in the house. She just wakes up. So I'm sitting there like quietly last night, like going through the pantry, like opening up cereal boxes and shit. Like, where the fuck she put all these Nutter Butters? And I'm like tearing apart the pantry. I can't fucking find them. I was so pissed at her last night trying to find those fucking things. That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, that's
That's the story. They're still missing in action.
Well, you should probably divorce her and just get it over with.
Yeah. I mean, if she's pulling this shit.
Strike.
If she's pulling this shit after 5 years, she's going to be like doing all sorts of crazy shit.
In 10 years.
In 10 years. Yeah.
You're going to be chained to a fucking wall and not allowed to eat anything.
She's going to have me up in those fucking, the things with the Skyrim dungeons that they clasp around your fucking wrists. While she eats Nutter Butters in front of me. I'm not going to take that, dude. I got to strike first. I got to get those. I should have done a prenup.
Too. Yeah.
I should have done a Nutter Butter prenup. The second you
all sweets.
All sweets are in my domain.
Do you grocery shop or does she, or do you go together?
Dude, I don't like to talk about finances and stuff, but I pay the overwhelming majority of stuff around here. She does just groceries, and she dangles it over my head. She's like, I bought some of this. I'm gonna go hide it. Bitch, I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hide the utility bill and fucking not pay it for 4 months. That's what I'm gonna do.
You should hide her kid and see how she fucking feels. Just not give her back until Swiss rolls.
You get the kid. When I get the Nutter Butters. That's what happens. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, anyways, this is the patron only podcast. That's about all we got. I'm sure Stoll will edit this down to like 28 minutes. Not a very long one.
Are these normally like full length, or are they normally shorter?
Let me tell you something. The last one I did with sniping soup, I think was over. I think it was 2 hours long, maybe longer.
Jesus Christ! This does not paint me in a good light.
Well, he's a much better conversationalist. He's a funny guy,
Yeah. I thought you were gonna ask me shit.
No. Okay. Usually what I do is like the funnier a person is, the less I write.
Okay.
So for Aqua, I write novels worth of stuff. I really got to carry it. And then for you, I was like, I remember Poob's a very funny guy, so I won't write anything. And then you show up in a fucking bathrobe and you just drool.
I had some gold that you didn't even record right.
Yeah, no, I assure you guys.
Make me wait around.
I assure you guys, the previous podcast that's lost in the either never to be seen again. It does exist. It's only in audio form. The problem is it's like 1 FPS. Like the video's so fucked up on it. God, we went over some classic stuff, some good stuff.
And like news, politics, movies, like
yeah, world hunger.
Is it good?
Yeah, no. We answered all the big questions. We didn't solve world hunger. We just talked about it and said that's bad. I really wish that wasn't a thing. You know.
I thought this half was decent. I mean, obviously it's kind of dwindling out. But,
yeah, I don't want to end with a bang. I kind of want to be like,
just fizzle.
Yeah, fizzle a little bit, like Game of Thrones. Last twice as long as it should have, and let all the writing and forethought die out with it. Hours ago. Let's just keep going for another 48 minutes.
With that meatball idea, that meatball sandwich.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Hobble off to the fucking. That's the end.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so wave to the camera. Yeah.
Bye, everybody.